All right. We are now live on YouTube. Excelente. Awesome, guys. All right, now I'm going to be sharing my screen. All right. We are now live on YouTube. Excelente. Awesome, guys.
Wasi, you muted yourself.
Yeah, there was an echo.
Okay.
I think when I went live on YouTube, there was just an echo.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I had to set that straight. I think I'm good now. Do you guys hear echo by chance?
Nope, not at all. All good.
All right, I'm going to share my screen in just a second. Let me get these out the way. All right, guys, we have about 6 minutes to open. All right, time to share my screen. You guys can see my screen? Mamela, let me know.
Yes, absolutely. You can see.
All right. TD Ameritrade, right?
Yep, TD Ameritrade.
Yeah.
You're at your desktop today.
Yeah. I had my phone in my hand though, but I figured, some people said they want to see the desktop. So
good stuff.
Yeah, I'm gonna probably move a little slower as far as drawing is concerned, but I'm still looking at my phone so that I could call out different decisions. You know what I mean?
Nice.
Yeah. Yep. All right. So we have a clear supply zone at 38.70. We have our 9 here. This is the 9, right? Yep, this is the 9. We're bouncing off the 9 right here. But if we get below it, you guys already know what that means. We're gonna add the 50 as well. 50, we're gonna make that purple. Here you are. All right. So we got the 9 and we got the 50. Let me make that a little wider. Yeah. This thing needs to stay static.
Wasi, you seen a bull flag though as well?
Yeah, I see that.
Got you. Want to make sure. Like that thing looks like it's flagging as well, but it definitely looks like it'll reject up there.
Yeah, I mean, if we don't get above that after about 5 minutes or so, I'm pretty confident we'll start heading down. We'll start slipping because that price action to start the day, like just a couple of minutes ago or maybe an hour ago, like that's a lot of volume. And
yeah,
if there's no reason for that volume, then we're potentially gonna just start slipping and sliding. So it just depends. But I love puts, so
I know.
I'm not biased.
It's an elevator down.
Yeah, so which is okay. We got about 2 minutes left, guys. We have some clear zones right here. All right, so we do have 2 minutes left. Yes, I can go ahead and lay down the ground rules. Give me a second. Let me make sure. All right. So we have a clear zone here. We have these two red lines. Obviously, up here we have the supply zone where it rejected, and down here we have a demand zone. Okay. Now, let me go ahead and say, all right, we have 12 people here now. All right, so we are utilizing the 5-minute chart. Okay, guys. The 5-minute chart is what we're going to be using to watch our setups. Okay. And in addition to that, we want to make sure that we're exhibiting patience. Okay. So I'm going to tell you guys that, hey, let's wait, let's watch it, hold on, all those types of things. I'm not saying don't use the 1-minute chart, but if you want to see the setups correctly, we're going to be using the 5-minute, and this is going to allow us to have the confirmation that we need. Okay. Number two, we're only trading SPX, SPY, and XSP. Okay. So if you guys are familiar with what we do, we trade at the money. Okay. We're trading at the money strikes. Okay. Right now, this is XSP. Okay. We're trading at the money. Okay. Now, if any of you guys get your daily goal or a substantial amount of money within the first move, you will be required to go home. Okay. You will be required to leave the Zoom. Okay, guys. We want to make sure that we're locking in profits. Number three, we want to also make sure that we're trading lightly. So we're only talking about one contract or so. Okay. The bell just rung, and it looks like we're getting some interaction with the 9-day moving average. The 90 moving average is this bright blue line right here. Okay. Everybody can see my screen?
Yeah, we
Okay,
can see.
Tanya said job records came out this morning. Okay, great, great. Thanks, Tanya. So there is actually a reason as to why we have this volume. But we want to see where the market wants to go. So we're just going to wait here. Okay. We're on the 5-minute chart again, as I said. And again, we're trading the 0-day contracts. Okay. Right now, you're looking at the XSP chain. Okay. We would be trading either, if we're doing puts, either 382 or 383, and then calls 384 or 385. We're focused just right here. Okay, guys. And so on and so forth, same for SPY and SPX. All right, we have some heavy downside volume. If this is going to be truly a bull day as far as going to the upside, we will be taking calls. Okay, so let's just wait and see. If we're taking calls, we're looking for higher lows. Okay, see, as we're coming down, we want higher lows. So the only reason as to why we would call calls up here is if the next 5-minute candle has a higher low than this candle right here. Now, this looks like a hammer, okay? So this looks bullish right now. But again, we are waiting, okay? Patience. If you were to get into a play right now, you're not making money. You're actually potentially losing money because we're literally just going sideways. There's nothing happening right here. Okay. We're sitting on hands. Can you guys still hear me?
Yeah, we hear you.
All right. Now I like this. I like this right here. I like this push up.
Yeah.
I like it. I believe we still may get some downside pressure. Let's see, especially in this 5-minute candle. We have 3 minutes left in this candle. But so far, we had a hammer that essentially turned more so into some bullish momentum to the upside. That's a long wick. That wick, what that wick says to me is, hey, we're changing direction here. which means upside. Okay, that's what this wick means. Think of it as tug of war, y'all. It's pushing up,
Look at that push up. Yeah.
pushing up higher. Now, for this to be confirmed, we would potentially have to make sure that we stay above the 9 EMA here. Okay, but we have to remember that we have this supply zone here. So it's still a sit and wait game. I want to see the next candle. This is definitely a lot of volume to the upside though, but we don't even have a play. This is not a play. We don't have our confirmation just yet.
So this candle is pushed above that bear flag that I had drawn earlier as well.
Yeah. Let's see what happens here, yo. This is a nice little rage, but remember, guys, it's only the first 4 minutes of the market. Anything can happen right here. We can literally touch the supply zone and get a flush. Okay. Yes, Daneska, we're trading on XSP, but charting ES, correct. This is a supply zone here, guys. This is a supply zone. Let's see the interaction with the supply zone. A great risk to reward here would be to grab a put right here. A good risk to reward would be to grab a put right here. Why? Because we're here at the supply zone. Now, obviously, if we break the supply zone, then we just simply take a small loss, right? So let's see what happens. Let's see if we can touch 38.74. It looks like it's trying to get there now. 75. Yep, pushing. Now, we need to make sure that we get above, what's this, 38.76 for confirmation to the upside, okay? That means, that would have meant that it broke the supply zone, okay? Let's see what happens. Yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah, I assumed as much, honestly. Let's see if we can get some more buyers to come in so that we can start grabbing puts. But where I called an initial entry for puts was right around here. We're talking about the supply zone, guys. It's there for a reason. Okay. That's first entry for puts. If anybody took a put up here, I mean, you're comfortable enough to take profit right here. Now, it's pivotal to see the interaction of this 9 right here. We're going to go one of two ways, okay? Let me see if I can draw. We're going to go one of two ways. We may either bounce to the upside like this off of the 9 based on this next candle, or if it opens below the 9 EMA, we be going to the downside, okay? Jeez. But we need to wait for this next candle. This is a lot of selling pressure from that supply zone, y'all. We saw it. We saw it. If you're still holding that put, I mean, still take profit. You can take profit anywhere you want right now, because we're not going to get back up here for a little bit. There are people that bought calls after seeing this candle.
Yeah.
Those people are clapped. Don't do it, guys. We have to be patient. Period. Let's see what we get on this next candle. Supply zones are always tested, guys. This red candle, or I have it as yellow. This yellow candle to the downside was, I mean, it was a clear cut. We already had it come up to the supply zone. The next time it touches it, there has to be an interaction, and it looks like it's
Look
continuing
at
to
this. My gosh.
continuing to the downside.
Well, I see you would call that a candle from the heavens.
My gosh, this is a generation changer. I promise.
This is the generation changer.
Generational changing candle right here. This candle is about 30 points in 5 minutes. Okay. Did anybody grab that put up here? Did anybody grab that put up here? Because if you're still holding, you're smiling right now. Is there any questions in the chat, Mamelo? I'm not seeing the chat.
No, I
Okay.
was looking at it.
Still downside. Guys, this is literally the first 10 minutes of the market. This is 9:39 a.m. Eastern, guys. This is good price action right here. We still got the rest of the day to go. Now, what should we expect here? We should expect some sort of interaction with the 50. The 50 is this purple line right here, okay? Now that we've passed the 9, we should see some interaction with the 50. My assumption is that we're going to touch the 50 and bounce off the 50 going to the upside. But let's see. What we need to see right here for calls is higher lows, okay? What we need to see for calls is higher lows. I think we're going to chase the 9 right here.
What do you think we'll reject off of it?
Off the 9? Yeah, I
Yeah.
did. I did. That'll be another place to enter. This candle is crazy right here. That risk to reward, y'all, you got to think about it. We were already at the supply zone. When I called out the put up here, if we went past this supply zone, all you do is take a small loss. The risk to reward up here is so prevalent, okay? So if you were to have taken that put once I called it out, you had ample time to take profit because we never came back up to that level, okay? That's called precision in entry. The reason as to why we take this put up here again is because there's a supply zone. When we have the supply zone, what we're essentially saying is the last time we had an interaction with this level, it went to the downside. So because it happened once, it should happen again, okay? So because it should happen again, this gives us some great risk to reward if we were to enter right here, okay? Just to break down this candle. That's how we were able to decide that it would be a great place to grab puts here. But hey, someone else would potentially see all this buyer volume, even though it looks like it could break to the upside and then wait for this next candle and think it's just going to skyrocket and put all their money into this trade right here without realizing that this supply zone could clap you. Okay? So we have to be aware of that. So grabbing a put up here, even with all this buyer momentum, it might feel kind of weird, but the reason as to why we do it is because the risk to reward is in our favor, okay? Now, it looks like we are approaching the 50. It didn't even attempt to test the 9. So let's see what happens here.
JB made 1060 off of that. Let's go, JB.
Wow, that's Justin. What's up, Justin? Congrats. Wow. I'm assuming you took that that call out. Come off mute for a second.
All right, am I off mute now?
Yeah. Talk to me.
Oh yeah, I took it. I took it at the supply zone.
You took it up here, right? When I was
Yep.
calling it out, like the risk to reward up here. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Where did you sell?
SPY.
No, I'm saying where on the chart did you sell? Like where did you take profit?
Oh, okay. I got you. Hold on 1 second. I took profit
Was it above the 9 up here or below it somewhere?
below the 9.
Oh, so you held it.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, nice one. Congrats, man.
Yeah, thank you.
Well, you know what to do, man. We have a quick rule here. Okay. We're gonna have to say sayonara to you, buddy.
Hey, I appreciate you. Thank you. I just one thing I want to say, the supply and demand zones, like it was like textbook yesterday.
Yeah.
Like if you were charting appropriately and just even like what you mentioned in a day, it's like, you give it a chance. You don't know if it's gonna go up or down, but the chart is telling you that there's a good chance that it's gonna go down. So like I'm with you. I appreciate this.
Absolutely. Thanks a lot, Justin.
Have a
great weekend, man.
You too.
Peace.
Yeah.
A 14-minute day. That's not bad. That's amazing.
It's not a bad day at all. So happy for Justin. So happy for him. All right, guys, we're breaking lower. Guys, we have to be strict about taking profits, okay? We have to be very, very strict about taking profits and keeping them, okay? All right, let's see if we can hold the 50 here. It wants to get below the 50. I know what you want, Mamelo. You want this break of lows right here, don't you?
Yeah, I'm looking at the pre-market low break for sure.
I'm still not seeing anything yet, just continual downside. I have not seen entry yet, guys. That's why we haven't taken a trade. We were waiting for a touch of the 9 and it didn't even get there. Okay, a responsible trader is not going to chase this trade right here. Okay, because the confirmation in the entry we were looking for is up here. Okay, we didn't get that. So at this point, it's just a waiting game. We need to see what's going to happen next. If we're going to take calls, we're going to take it above the 50. Okay, but right now, because we're below the 50, it's looking like puts. Again, we use the 50 as essentially the 50-yard line. Okay, it's going down. That's crazy. Imagine holding from up here though. Whew.
Yeah.
This is still downside, guys. We're below the 50. Now, again, higher lows is what I'm looking for if I were to get into calls, okay? But not until we get above the 50. I want to open above the 50. This is here's another wick for a hammer. You guys can see my screen, right?
Yeah, we see it.
Let me zoom in a little bit. I like this hammer right here.
Yeah, that looks good.
Yeah. Okay, now with all this buying pressure, I'm going to say this now. If we come down to this area, okay? If we come down here, let me change my drawing. Price level. If we get back down here, I would confidently take calls because this area looks like an area of interest. It's essentially a demand zone. It looks like.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. If it tries to touch this area one more time, this is entry for calls. Okay. What level is that? 38.29. If we touch that level again, I would take calls. Obviously, like I said before, guys, if we break below the zone, then that's your stop loss. You take your loss and you look for the next play. Okay. My entry into this play, if we're actually getting calls, the sniper's entry would be down here. If we can get back down here, if sellers could bring it back down here for us so that we can watch buyers take it back up, this would be where we would take calls, okay? If we don't get here, I want to open above the 9, okay? I want to open above the 9 and push towards, open above the 50. This is the 50. My apologies. This purple line is the 50. I want to open above the 50 and then approach the 9, okay, guys? The 9 EMA, all right? Okay, I don't see any questions yet. All right. Let's see. All right, it's trying to come back down. Let's check the 2-minute. All right, we're still waiting, guys. All right, we're back. All right. Let me save that. Perfect. All right, so we have the 2-minute chart. Still waiting. What do we see here, guys? If this is one low on the 2-minute candle and this is another low, what would that be considered? Type it in the chat. What would that be considered? We have this low here and then the next low here.
All right, let's go, Ray.
Higher lows, exactly, Ray. Higher lows. Guys, if I see one more higher low, we're grabbing a call, okay? I want this candle to stay to be green. Let's see. This candle should not go below this candle's low, okay? If we want to take calls. Now we're on the 2-minute chart right here. Let's look at the 5-minute. Yeah. Guys, I would take a call right here. I would take a call right here, okay? I would take just one contract right here. We're looking to approach the 9 on the 1-minute. Let's see what happens. I would take a call right here, guys. Yeah. Okay. We're in calls.
Wow, look at that push up.
We're in calls. You heard it here first. Comfortably take profit. Comfortably take profit. Okay, we're above the 50 on the 5-minute. We are above the 50 on the 5-minute. If you have any profit, go ahead and take it. Let's see if we can get some continuation. All right, we're about to approach the 9. Let's see what happens. It's key to take profit, guys, because if we touch the 9 and it flushes back down on us, all your profits from this candle are gone. Okay. We're still getting higher lows, but if you're in profit, go ahead and take it, please. Still higher lows. We're still trending upwards. Desktop is so hard for me, Mamelo.
What's that? Desktop?
Yeah, it's so hard.
That was a good call.
Yeah, but I want everybody to be able to see everything. All right, higher lows still.
Nice.
This is a higher low trend line, guys. What's gonna if we break below this trend line, then get out of your calls. Simple. But for now, we're still in them. This is good profit right here, guys. Please tell me
Yeah.
some calls if you haven't sold already. All right, we're touching the 9 on the 2-minute. Let's see if we can get some more of a push. I know this 5-minute candle looks good right here. Yep, I knew it. We're above the 50. We haven't approached the 9 yet, but we're still above the 50. I think we're going to get to the 9 on the 5-minute.
Mm-hmm.
Guys, we're only doing high probability plays, okay? We saw that there was higher lows beginning to form. That's why we got in, okay? We're still pushing. Let's see if we can come to the 9. It's coming down a little bit. I'm still on the 5-minute chart. Now, the beauty of precision and entry is you can actually wait for the play to fully mature. Granted, we always talk about taking profits, which is great, okay? And we want you guys to make sure you do that. However, if you're looking at your P&L and you're considering that potentially this is maybe a lesser of a position size than you normally put into a trade, and you're willing to watch it ride out, it's not a bad idea, okay? Because look at this, we're getting more buyer volume. And again, we are continually getting higher lows. That is why we're still here. Our trend line is helping us. This is supporting us, stays to the upside. But again, new facts bring new opinions. If these candles come crushing below this trend line, please get out of your calls. Look at that. Oh my goodness. Good profit, guys. This is a 2-minute chart. This is 5 candles. For the last 10 minutes, we've been going further and further to the upside. If you're already in profit, please take it. We're still, oh my goodness. We're still trend line. Now we're at the 9 on the 5-minute chart. We're at the 9 EMA on the 5-minute chart. Let's watch the interaction. We're pushing higher. This is a very easy hold, guys. We have not had any turbulence whatsoever since we called out the entry. Still pushing higher. We're touching the 9. We're approaching 10 o'clock here, 10 o'clock Eastern. We're almost at the 30-minute mark for the day. Oh my goodness.
Wow, nice.
Okay, I need to start seeing profits. Talk to me, guys. Talk to me. Talk to me. Come off mute.
Is that Ray? Ray.
Oh, okay.
Which Ray? Same Ray?
Oh, yeah, that's right. It wouldn't let me come off mute earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got 290 off that. I got out early though.
Nice. So where did you end up taking profit?
I took it at, it was below the 9. Let me double check that real quick.
Which chart? Which time? Which time?
I was looking at the 2-minute, 5 and the 2-minute.
Okay. You said you took it below the 9, so somewhere down here somewhere.
853.
So okay, so like right around here. Okay. Wow. And we still had this whole candle. Okay.
Yeah,
that's amazing though. That's amazing though. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congrats, bro.
What is that? 9-day win streak also.
Oh, nice. Excellent.
Congrats, Ray.
Congrats, bro. All right, like I told you guys, we were approaching the 9, and what did we see? A rejection, okay? Now, let's see if there's some continuation. We should have taken profits up here, okay? Our profit target was right up here when we were touching the 9. Anytime we have an interaction with the 50 or the 9, we should treat them as though they are support and resistance, okay? Each and every time. All right, let's see what the. Okay, so it looks like we just broke below the trend line. This would be a good area for puts, guys. I would grab puts right here, just one or two right here. I would grab a put. We just broke below a trend line, and we got what? Lower lows, guys. This is the 2-minute chart. This is lower lows right here. I would grab one put right here. Let's see if we can get some continuation to the downside.
Randy just posted his profits. He made 1,620. He posted it in
Wait, who?
in the chat. Randy.
Randy?
Yeah, Randy. Are you?
Wow! Congrats, Randy. Come off mute. Come off mute.
Randy. Yeah, you are.
Randy, come off mute, bro. Talk to us. All right, guys, we're getting buyer pressure right here. I would still consider this area good for puts, okay? I would grab a put right here, okay? I would grab a put. Okay, I guess Randy can't come off mute. But congrats, bro. Congrats. We're getting lower lows and we broke a trend line. Let's see if there's continuation to the downside. Now, our stop loss would be up here, okay? Oh my goodness, what was that? Yeah, get out those calls, guys. I mean, get out those puts. Oh my goodness. What in the world?
Wow.
What was that? Guys, these candles are crazy. What? Oh my God. I've never seen a candle like that ever.
Hey, that's what happened yesterday.
Oh my God, bro.
That happened yesterday.
Yo.
Oh gosh. Wow.
What? Guys, this is literally market manipulation, I swear. And it might still come all the way back down. That's the crazy part.
Wow.
They're going to push it now. Look at that. That's crazy, bro. What? They still.
Wow.
Is there any news? Can somebody check if there's any news or anything? They are not respecting any type of structure right now. Oh my goodness. Okay, well, this is looking like it's forming as a supply zone over here, though. Because they're trying to bring it back down. Does anybody know anything? Anybody see anything in the news? Non-manufacturing PMI. Okay. Oh my gosh. And we were just bragging about no turbulence. That's crazy. Guys, we're gonna stay on hands for now because it's a lot of Daneska said, I'm in that candle. Well, I hope you're on the buy side. I mean the call side. Please take profit on that. It's still going up. Please take profit.
Yeah, take profit.
Yeah, please. Woo! Oh my goodness. Guys, there's no play here, guys. I'm not chasing this. Something in the news is disrupting the structure. So for right now, I'm on hands. Oh my goodness. What in the world? Yo. Yo, what? Look at that volume. Whew. Guys, trading is very unpredictable, y'all. It is very unpredictable. Right here is where we sit on hands. We just wait for everything to settle. So while that's going on, let's go back and do a little bit of a recap. Okay. Does anybody have any questions on the different moves that we made today? Does anybody have any questions? Let me know in the chat, and you guys should be able to come off of mute as well.
Hey, I think I'm still in it. It says working when I go to monitor, but I want to get out.
Uh-oh. Can you share your screen?
I'm actually
Probably can.
you're on my cell phone, but it's on my computer. I don't know if I can.
Melo, would you mind calling Daneska and helping her out?
Yeah, for sure.
Thank you so much. All right. Does anybody have any questions?
Yeah, on that first trade, Wasi, that was monumental. But like that when they hit that double top and just flushed on the downside, that was, when it didn't break that supply zone, that's what made you think about entering that. Is that correct?
Correct. Because what happened before should happen again. Okay, what happened before should happen again, and it's usually when we're talking about market structure pertaining to supply and demand. Okay, so this is an area of interest. The last time we got to this area, we came back down. So essentially, when we come back up here, we decide to say, well, the last time we were here, we had downside, so we can have a bias as towards grabbing puts, because that's the last time while we were up here, we could have grabbed puts and made money. Okay. So now if it pushed higher, then we take a small loss up here. Okay. We probably take a loss I'm using the wrong draw tool. Hold on. If we break above here, then and it starts pushing ahead and we get new highs, well, this is like a $50 loss, you know what I mean? Versus, coming down here and buying puts. You know what I'm saying? Because then we rise up. You understand? So it's more so, look at the previous interaction with that level, with that price level, and you can have a bias as to where it can go based on what happened last time. Only for double tops usually and triple tops, okay? But they cannot be too far apart as far as timeline is concerned. So the difference, the time difference between these two is only 30 minutes, right? So that's a good area to be able to have that sort of bias, but we're not talking about months back. You understand? Because those price levels have been inactive by that time. Okay, this price level is active. Okay, again, we said the risk to reward if we're up here is that if it comes down, we get whatever downside we get because we know it's not going to come back to this level, right? But if it goes up, then we just wait for it to go up just a little bit, which is like right around here, right? We just wait for it to go up. If it passes this level, okay, take a stop loss. Okay, we were wrong. Let's go back to the other side. Obviously, we weren't wrong this time around, which is why we were able to take all this downside. Okay, and when I said no turbulence, this is what I mean, and I'm going to show you guys right here. This is a tip that I use that I use typically when I have a smaller size in contracts. Okay, if we're not touching the 9, right, to the downside, then that means there's still downside, right? Because when we did touch the 9, we started moving up. So what does that mean? There are usually days in the market where we're slipping and sliding. When you see it slip and slide like that, you can monitor the 1 minute chart, the 5 minute chart. You'll see that it's always going to stay below the 9, right?
Gotcha.
So if it's still below the 9, you could potentially still hold. However, okay, as a newer trader, that's not your strategy. Your strategy is essentially just to take profit. You see profit, you take. So if you're up here, you're a new trader, you're coming down here, you're taking profit. Why? Because we have the 9 EMA. If the 9 would have secured the buy side, then we would have seen a bounce up, okay? But we didn't see that, which is why we still stayed below, okay? But that's essentially the idea of what we do. We're looking to take precision in entry, okay? This is pinpoint entry, guys. There's nowhere else you could have gotten a better entry on this trade on your chart. Okay. When I called it
Yeah.
out right here, we touched the supply zone, and this is where it's like, all right, great. Risk to reward is here. Okay. Then we take it to the downside. All right. And like I said, we didn't really have too much of an interaction with the 9 until we went back to the call side. Okay.
Okay.
You can actually even see it a little clearer, even on the 5-minute chart. I mean, as we're like each 5-minute candle still is not touching the 9, right? Obviously, it ended up.
Mhm.
So that's how that went down. Okay, great question, Rufus. So that's the recap for the first trade. Okay, now the second trade, we called calls. Why? Why did we call calls? Because we were seeing what? Higher lows. Whenever we see higher lows, that equals calls. Lower lows equals puts. Higher lows equals calls. Lower lows equals puts. Okay, we saw higher lows on the 2-minute chart. And when we saw those higher lows, right? We started around here. We started trending upwards, right? When we started seeing those higher lows, I believe we called it out around here. I was waiting for us to push back down, but we didn't. To me, that was confirmation that we were actually going to reverse, right? So we take all of these profits. I think we came all the way up here before we came back down to the 9. Is this RBR to the upside? Are you talking about right now, Tanya?
Yes, I'm talking about right now.
In my opinion, I think this actually looks like a ascending triangle. I think we're probably going to start heading down. This is going to be my trend line, so I can show you what I'm seeing. That's what I'm seeing right now. Let's see if we can break above this, then we're going calls. But if we can't break above this, then we're going puts. Here's the deal. We just had a higher high, right? From this last candle. This next candle opened up and we opened up higher, but we haven't crossed above the previous high. Okay. This is potentially going to be a red candle. If we're not getting volume and pushing above to reach past this high, then this trend line is going to stay active. Okay. So the play right now, I don't know if this is an RBR because I'm not seeing it, but we do see a clear trend line. Okay. And if we break above it, we're going to start going heavier to the upside. So let's see what happens here. Wow, that candle was crazy. That candle was so crazy. Oh my gosh. You guys see it struggling right here? If it busts through, it's going to be a lot of volume. I promise you that. But if not, we're going back to the downside. Let's see if we can get a lower low right here. We got to break below this level right here. Let me change this. Oh, there's your lower low right there. Now, can we get continuation? Can we get continuation? That is the question. That wick is saying no. That wick right there is saying no. We still got buyers here. Let's see what happens. Up. We passing that level. There we go. Higher highs. This candle is an interesting candle because why? We have higher highs and lower lows in the same candle. So we're a little indecisive here. However, we did pass above this trend line I have. So I'm thinking we're going call side. And if we go call side, we're going further up. We're going to create new highs. Okay, guys? Let's wait and see if we can come back and test the 9 for some entry. I want to get good entry for you guys. Let's see if we test this, if we test the 9 right here, we're grabbing calls, okay? If it somehow, some way comes back down here, we're grabbing calls. Or if we even get back down to this area as well, if we can get back down to these lows, I want you guys to get the cheapest calls on this play right here. This is where it would be, this zone right here, between 38.60 and 38.57. Let's see. Guys, patience is the game here. Patience is the game. We can't force it. All right, new candle. Let's see. All right, guys, this is where I would grab calls right here. It looked like it tried to get down there, but it wouldn't even let it. I'd grab calls right here, guys. Now, again, risk to reward. If we break below the 9, then that's our stop loss, okay? But I would grab calls right here. Let me draw the line. Y'all see how it just came back down and then it pushed back up? This is your stop loss. All right, we're in calls already. We called out the calls. We are in calls. We called out the level. We are in calls, guys. We're still in calls. Guys, this is the beauty of precision and entry, because everybody should be green right now. If you're in this trade and you got in when I called it, everybody should be green, every single person. Now, if we get back to that level, all you do is break even. But at this point right now, we're just seeing green. Okay, let's see if we can get some continuation. Oh, look at that. Break above the trend line. Let's keep going. Come on, let's go. Let's go. I don't like this higher low, but I do like where we opened. And being that we entered around here somewhere, we should still be green, guys. Again, if you end up seeing red on this play, go ahead and take your loss, okay? But nobody should be losing right now on this trade. Let's see. Let's see what happens here. All right, we're getting some sell pressure. Let's see how buyers react. Again, we've been seeing this same level every time. We've been seeing it test this level. They're scared to touch that level. Look at that. They were scared to touch that level. Keep going, keep going. I think we're going to bust through here in just a couple seconds, guys. We should start seeing heavy buyer volume in literally a couple seconds. There it is right there. Guys, I'm not psychic, I promise. I just been in this market for quite a while. We need to start taking profit here, guys. We're about to approach the supply zone. This is our take profit, okay? This is our area of taking profit. Everybody is green right now. Every single person hearing my voice right now is green. Okay? This is where I believe we're going to start busting through. We're right here at the supply zone. Again, so you could definitely take profit. But I do believe we're going to start seeing some more legs towards the upside. Let's see what happens. But be responsible. If you're already in profit, go ahead and take it, please. We're still pushing higher. We're still pushing higher. We just opened higher. Guys, keep your finger on the trigger. Do not take a loss on this trade, please. It looks like we're cooling off here. Let's see what happens. We did hit a supply zone, so we can't say we didn't expect this right here. We were at least going to get a little bit of cooling pressure, okay? Simply because we hit the supply zone for the third time. Let's see if we can get continuation. Look, that's another long wick, y'all. That's another long wick. Buyers are here. This is another long wick. This is the wick. Look at these wicks, guys. We're still pushing. We're still above the 9 on the 2-minute. This is our last trade of the day, guys. We're approaching 10:30. Still pushing, still pushing. Okay. Cooling pressure. We still have higher highs. It's going to take them a little bit to bust through this, but they're definitely going to. I can see this going. I can see us creating new highs here in just a second. Let's go, let's go, let's go. I don't like that doji though. I won't lie. I don't like that doji, the one we had right here, but it could potentially set up an RBR. Let's see. Let's go, Rufus. Yes, yes, 240 profit. Congrats, congrats. We still have higher lows, guys. I just like these wicks, honestly. I like what I'm seeing in these wicks, but the supply zone never lies. So it's gonna have to break through it here. And this is what it's struggling with right now. All right, we just created lower lows. I believe we will get some interaction with the 9. So just be careful here, okay? I think we'll bust through at 10:30. Let's see. We're about to touch the 9. The 9 is going to tell us everything we need to know right here. I think we're going to get a bounce candle right here to the upside. Let's see. Let's go to the 5-minute. Let's see. Just sitting and waiting at this point, guys. If you already were in this trade earlier and took profit, I mean, I wouldn't even wait to watch this. I'd go home. You know what I'm saying? I'll go enjoy my day if I were you. Nice one, Rufus. Enjoy your weekend. All right, guys, 7 more minutes. We're pushing right here. Uh-oh. New 5-minute candle. Let's see what happens. This is the last candle, y'all. We got 5 more minutes. Nothing eventful here, guys. 4 more minutes. You guys still here? All right. Nothing eventful here, guys. I think what's going to happen is we're going to test the 9 one more time and then finally bounce up. But This is definitely call area, call territory. It could also be a triple top. How we know it's a triple top is if we get below the 9. If we are below the 9, then all bets are off. We would simply just create what's called a triple top. It'll look like an M, where it would be going to the downside, okay? So the break of high move would be deemed invalid if we were to get below the 9, okay? Since we are not yet below the 9, that break of high play is still in play, okay? We got 2 more minutes. Nothing eventful here, guys. 1 more minute left. About 30 seconds left, actually. Guys, supply zones do not lie. We hit the supply zone, and each and every time we hit the supply zone, it came back down. Make sure you guys understand that. You don't need to be a master trader to see that every time something hit a wall, it started coming back down. Okay. This is the bounce candle, I think, right here. Let's see. It's 10:30, y'all. I think we did pretty good today, guys. We had 2 winning trades, and then obviously the candle from heaven came through. That took us out of our calls over here, but it's all good. Today was a great day, guys. I hope you guys had fun learning, and especially with the recap. If you made money today, please, and you say you love me, okay? If you do say you really do truly love me, okay, and you want us to keep doing this, please, please, please go and create a video on your phone. Explain your journey with the option snipers, what you guys love so much about how you guys were able to start and where you guys are now, okay? I would love that. Look at that, guys. We're headed to the upside. Like I said, we had not fallen below the 9, so the call side was still active. This is where I believe we'll start to see a push higher and then a break of day highs, okay? Again, go ahead and create a video. Say some really nice things about us, and yeah, we can keep this going. All right, y'all. Other than that, have a very, very blessed weekend. I hope you guys continue to stay in good health, and we'll be sending out this video so you guys can be able to watch it back and take it as a learning opportunity. All right, guys, have a very, very great weekend. Love you guys. See you guys soon. Peace.
Thank you, RC.
Thanks, Tanya.